Okay, hi everybody. My name is Alvaro Lasluisa. First of all, I really want to thank Professor Dorera for giving me this opportunity to be here. And I want to share the things that I have learned during this co-teacher program. I remember when I was a child, the different techniques and strategies that teachers used to use was related about repetition. Did you remember about memorizing? And everything was emphasized just in the grammatical approach. But I wonder, how could I change that traditional paradigm into a constructivist paradigm? That's how I remember one of the quotes that Stephen Crashes said. In this case, Stephen Crashes considered that it is kind of tedious, a tedious reel, when you are teaching just emphasizing in grammatical approach. So as you can see here, it's not just when you are acquiring the language based on rules or those kind of grammatical. But I think that in the past, students were limited to share their thinking, their ideas, and their opinions. So, in this course, I have learned many important concepts according to this Go-Teacher program, because the goal is that we go back to Ecuador and we can share the things that we have learned here. That's what I am completely agree what Stephen Krashen said. Now, as you can see everyone, I have chosen 5 different concepts related about Stephen Krashen. The first one is the input hypothesis. Also, it is important a comprehensible input, affective filter, language acquisition, and acquired knowledge. It's tried, and also it's really difficult when you really want to choose 5, when most of the concepts are really important for me. So now, I'm going to make a relationship about the language acquisition and also with a comprehensible input. The language acquisition is based when you understand, if you are reading a passage and if you really understand what the passage is, that is the result of the language acquisition. But now, how can a student can acquire the language in a better way? In contrast to the traditional paradigm, we can emphasize to a constructivist. How? Using the comprehensible input. That is what I'm going to talk about. In a comprehensible input is a way that you are going to try to use the appropriate materials or resources, such as realia. Also, you have here with the advent of the technology, you can use internet. But what about those places that you don't have these kind of resources? I have learned here different strategies that are simple, but they are really effective. The use of foldables, the use of the My Map, the hard activity. These strategies are really useful when we are going to go to Ecuador and we can share with our students. So now, with a comprehensible input, having a relationship with the acquisition of language, what is going to happen with the student? The student is going to produce. The student is going to talk. And it's not the beginning. It's the result of what? It's the result of the comprehensible input. That is what we as teachers want of our students. As you can see, guys, we are the new generation of teachers. According to these strategies, I consider also that it could be possible not just use one strategy in one lesson plan. It could be kind of challenge. But now I'm going to try to use different strategies for an activation, connection, and affirmation. And I consider that we don't have to be conformists. We have the traditional paradigm, the constructivist paradigm, and what about the future? The advance of the technology, we can maybe start working in a different learning and teaching process. So now everybody, I'm gonna summarize the information that I said, that everything has a relationship. The comprehensible input, what is the income of the student, and what is one of the output of the student. but always it has to be monitored by the teacher. Okay, the class for today. Okay, I'm not really serious, please. Okay, some students think that English is kind of boring, but now it's different. Everybody, I'm going to ask you some questions about what did you do last weekend? Something you did. It is about past activities. What about you, Roberto? Tell me just a simple sentence about something you did last weekend, last vacation.
The last vacation, I went to with my parents to the beach, and we spent a really good time there.
That's great. What about you, Henry? Something you did? Just one sentence.
Last March, I visited my aunt in Quito.
Okay, you said visited. How about you, Karina?
I played soccer with my brother.
And finally, Gemma, what did you do? Something you did?
I went to the park
Okay.
with my friends.
Thanks. Now, she said when, Karina said play, visited. What do they have in common? Played, visited, both. They are adjectives?
No.
They are
Verbs.
verbs. Okay, check this out. You have here, everyone, a picture. This is where we are, the present. And back is the past. And forward is the future. The class it is about simple past. Okay, everyone. Now, for this activity, what are going to be our objectives? Could you help me reading the first one, Ruth?
Listening. Students will identify verbs in simple past.
Thank you so much. What about you, Damien? The second one, could you please read us?
Speaking, students will share their ideas about things they did.
Thank you so much. Please, Rachel, the next one, could you please read us?
Reading. Students will read some examples about the past tense.
And Fernando, please, the last one.
The students will write their own sentence using the topic learned.
Okay. Now we're going to use everyone a strategy, which is very important. Do you like to work in groups, individual, in pairs? How about if we work in different ways? For this activity, I'm going to give you an activity that you're going to work in pairs. Could you please, this handout, pass the others? Could you please, in pairs, remember, one for a partner. Okay? Okay? You need more? You got here. Okay? Could you please pass? Now, everyone, hold on. In pairs, you have this handout. Everyone has it?
Yes.
In pairs? Really good. As you can see, you have here some pictures. This strategy is called topic in pictures. What was the topic? About simple? Past. And when I said played, worked, both, they are examples about? About?
Verbs.
Verbs, exactly. I'm going to say examples about?
Verbs.
Really good. Under each picture, you are going to write in pairs an example of an action in past. As Kema said, when, but it has to have a relationship with each of these pictures. Could you please, everyone, write down? As you can see, you have some markers. Okay? Exactly. Under each picture, you can write an action. One word, no more. An action, I mean examples about verbs.
Just a verb.
Okay? Just a verb, no more. Just a verb. Okay? How about you? Okay? Run. What one? Run.
I'm present.
How about you? Any ideas about the picture?
Excuse me.
Okay?
Sit down. Excuse me, teacher.
Sit down.
Okay? Walk. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Walk.
Excuse me.
How about you? This one?
Sit down.
This one is two.
Okay? Two actions. No problem, you can try one of them. 10 minutes.
In present.
Read pass. Remember, the class is about pass. Okay? Remember guys, actions in past something use this. What about this one? In past.
Or study.
And what about the okay, for example, I am in class, right? In past? Excellent. Okay? Cry.
What happens if I don't remember the past of any verb? I remember last year it, but I don't
What?
the past.
Okay? Right now, it doesn't matter. Maybe you can work with your partner, and maybe you can share you can complete here an example. Okay? It is in present.
How do you spell that?
Okay, don't worry about it. This area, I'm gonna explain you. Okay? The use of it in simple past. 30 seconds. Okay? Remember, just one word, no complete sentences. I need your help, students. Please look at this cute boy. Yeah? What is the action in past? Monica, the action in past. Drank. Okay? Another alternative, maybe Daisy? In this picture?
So,
Okay, so as you can see, this cute girl, yeah? Could you please, Dorera, what do you think about it? An action in past.
She's crying.
Okay, she's crying. That is in present. What it could be the action, everyone in past? Cry. Okay, cry. Now, everyone, you have here complete sentences. Could you please raise your hand if you have in picture number 1 was? Okay. What about this picture? Look at this beautiful girl. How many of you have played? Okay, that's right. What about next one? Dorera said crying. In past cried, but there is another alternative. She felt sad. I felt happy. You can use adjectives here. I felt happy, hungry, etc., etc. Now, I